maybe I'm a narc. Maybe I'm a square. Maybe I'm a dork. Maybe I'm a nerd. I'm sorry. Would you like me to talk about gay drama? There was a man obsessed. There were 3 men obsessed with my penis for 3 hours. We can talk about that if you'd like. I'd rather not.
Your dinner party.
All right. Oh my God. And I'll tell you this. Without getting too far into it, you're gay. You're just gay. If you're, I mean, I know you didn't mean to hit record while you were talking about the other man's penis, but you're gay. There's no other way to put it. You're gay, you're gay, you're gay. I mean, a liar and a homosexual. I kind of
want details on this story. It's starting to sound interesting.
It's just, well, I kind of buried all of them yesterday and upset them,
all right,
but
then.
That's kind of fun. So
okay, yeah, I'm not aware.
Nick went on with Patrick, and Patrick, already reeling from the revelations that he dresses up his dog as a martini and takes pictures and drives for hours to go on doggy play dates with strangers. So he's having a little tough time with that. Nick went on and I don't want to talk about this too much because it's so gay, it's uncomfortable. He went on and for hours talked about my penis and what he claims it looks like. Now, the penis he described, and you know, a lot of people are doing drugs and things like that because they're trying to mask or hide something that they don't want to admit to people. His is clearly homosexuality because he talked a bunch about my penis, and the penis he described was somebody else's penis. And it made me wonder, like, how many dicks you staring at, bro? Like, because I would know my dick. I've looked at it a couple times. I've told people before, you ever seen a dick?
It's been around.
You ever seen a dick?
That's what mine looks like.
That's what mine looks like. I'd love to sit here. And he was like, talking about, he's like, it's big and hooked. And I'm like, it's neither of those things. I'm just sitting here listening to people tell me what the description was. And I'm like, I mean, I wish. I mean, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Just big. It's like, he said, it's like a kickstand. And I'm like, I wish. I mean, thank you.
So he went on the internet to burn you by going, he's got a third leg. It's kind of scary. He can turn it into a helicopter and save people. He's originally from the Netherlands.
I guess. I hate to break it to people. I don't have a giant kickstand hog. I mean, I'm not upset with it. I'm not angry with it. You know, I'm happy.
I have what I call an adequate piece of equipment.
Like I said, you seen one? You seen mine. Yeah, people saying Nick misses your dick. It's creepy. It's weird. People were emailing me. They're like, you have to get an HRO, blah, 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 and this and that. And I'm like, you know, I know maybe I'm just built different, and I know I am, but like, to me, it's internet shit, you know? It has no bearing on my everyday. It has no bearing on my life. The only bearing it has on my life.
They think they know what your dick looks like.
Right. The only bearing it has on my life is I look at it and I go, oh, this guy's in rough shit. I'm just like, this guy's in a bad, bad place. And and then everything else, like, you can tell he still hasn't come to grips with what he's done because he's coping and lying, and they'd ask him about different stuff, and you'd just be like, well, that's just demonstrably not true. And a clear contradiction of everything you said. It's like, he's like the Joker in The Killing Joke, where he's like, if I'm going to have a past, I'd prefer it be multiple choice. You know? He's just like, oh yeah, my nanny left, and that's why April was spending so much time. It's like, no, that's not it. No, sorry. And also, he said the nanny left because of a bad breakup. I heard what the nanny said. The nanny said she couldn't take this shit anymore, and she couldn't be in that house of degeneracy and disgustingness anymore. She needed something more wholesome. There was no breakup. There was no bad breakup she was going through. She was fine.
She's happy and well off.
Right. Those people were the only stressor in her life. Let's be very
problem
clear.
With her job was her job, so she found a different one.
Well, and then like McBuster says, yeah, it wasn't the cocaine at all. He also said, oh, yeah, I always brought the giant safe, the big lockbox full of drugs with me whenever I went somewhere. I will attest as eyewitness, that's also a lie. I mean, that it just was. There were many times where he would come home from something stressed out or angry, like a family thing or something, and he'd go right into that drawer in the bathroom. He'd pull out the big thing and he'd put it up. But also, don't tell that lie. That's a bad lie to tell, because then you're telling people every time you had your kids in the car, you were driving around, you were driving your kids around
box of drugs
with a thing with an ounce of coke in it. And an ounce of coke, that had been used a little bit. What the cops found, that wasn't a fresh stash.
No.
That was a little, that was a little used. So, yeah, it's just like all these lies. And for no other reason than, hey, if people will believe this lie, I won't be the guy who got caught with a shitload of cocaine and my kid testing positive for cocaine and all this. Like, if I just tell, if they believe, he thinks there's going to be one lie that's going to unlock the door and then everything else will be undone. It's like, aren't you tired
of... It's kind of in a court record now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, aren't you tired of running? Like, don't you just want to admit everything and be honest about it and admit that you're a piece of shit and you're human garbage and that's who you used to be and now every day you're going to try to be better? Like, every day you keep lying about it, that whole history continues to control your life. So just...
But I already admit I'm human garbage. Oh, we're not talking about me. Sorry.
I miss Aaron's dick, okay? I just miss Aaron's penis.
I'ma do my stuff.